So, we hear about 5G all the time, don't we? It's on our phones, it's rolling out in our cities. But what if you could have your very own private 5G network just for your company? Is that just a fancy way of saying supercharged Wi Fi, or is it something else entirely? Let's dig in and find out.
You know the feeling, that special kind of pain, that moment of pure digital betrayal when your Wi Fi just decides to, clock out for the day, right when you need it most. Maybe you're running a factory and a robot just freezes mid weld. Or, and we've all been here, you're on that super important video call, you're making a killer point, and bam, your face is now a beautiful pixelated mess. It's not just frustrating, for a business, it can be seriously expensive. And this is exactly the kind of problem a new hero is designed to solve: private 5G. Okay, so when you hear private 5G, it's totally natural to think, oh, so it's just really, really good Wi Fi. But nope, that's not quite it. We are talking about a completely different animal here.
So, what is it, really? Well, put simply, a private 5G network is your own personal, local cellular network. The two words to remember here are dedicated and controlled. It's built just for you, in your space, giving you complete control over your wireless world. Let me put it this way. Think of the Wi Fi you know and love as a bicycle. It's awesome, it's accessible, it gets you around, but it has its limits, especially if the path gets crowded or you hit a big hill. Private 5G? That's a Tesla. It's a powerful, sleek, highly engineered machine built from the ground up for insane performance and rock-solid reliability. Sure, both get you from point A to B, but they are in completely different leagues. All right, that Tesla analogy is nice, but where is this thing actually hitting the road? Let's take a look at some real-world places where private 5G is already a total game changer. Welcome to the factory of the future. We're talking thousands of sensors, autonomous vehicles, and robots all chattering away at the same time. A single dropped connection here isn't a small glitch. It could bring an entire production line to a screeching halt. Private 5G delivers that bulletproof, lightning-fast connection that makes sure everything moves in perfect robotic sync. Now, check this out, because this is one of Private 5G's coolest superpowers. It's called network slicing. Picture a stadium with 50,000 screaming fans, all trying to post selfies. A nightmare for most networks, right? Well, with Private 5G, you can slice up the network. You create one virtual slice for all the fans. Then a completely separate, untouchable slice for the security team's cameras, and another guaranteed high bandwidth slice for the live TV broadcast. Everybody gets exactly the performance they need, and no one gets in anyone else's way. Now let's go somewhere where connectivity is literally a matter of life and death: a hospital. We're talking about latency, or delay, so low it's almost zero. That means a surgeon could assist in a robotic surgery hundreds of miles away with instantaneous feedback. Or a doctor could download a massive MRI file in seconds instead of minutes, getting a diagnosis faster when every single moment counts. And this just shows you the incredible scale we're talking about. A huge shipping port is one of the toughest places for wireless signals. But a private 5G network can blanket the whole area. We're talking kilometers of open space, stacks of metal containers, and giant warehouses, giving you seamless coverage to track every single item and guide autonomous cranes with pinpoint precision. So, we've seen what it can do. Now let's put these two technologies in the ring together, head to head, to really see what sets them apart. I absolutely love this metaphor. Wi-Fi runs on unlicensed airwaves. Think of it like a public park or a massive, noisy party. Anyone can show up, it gets crowded, and things get unpredictable. Private 5G, on the other hand, uses licensed spectrum. That's your own exclusive VIP lounge, with a velvet rope and a bouncer at the door, making sure you always have a clear, interference-free connection. And when you lay it all out, the difference is just staggering. For Spectrum, Wi-Fi is on that crowded public highway, while private 5G gets its own private, exclusive lane. This means its range is measured in kilometers, not just a few meters from a router. The latency, that critical delay, is practically non-existent. But the biggest deal here is reliability. Wi-Fi is best effort, it does its best. Private 5G is deterministic. It delivers predictable, guaranteed performance, period. And finally, security. It uses SIM card technology just like your phone, which is way more secure than just a password. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds amazing. Teslas, VIP lounges. So why doesn't everyone just get one? Well, as you might have guessed, there's a catch. Or a few, actually. Yeah, setting this up is a pretty major project. First, there's the price tag. The initial cost for all the gear, the base stations, the core network, it's pretty significant. Second, you have to get the right radio spectrum to run it on, which can be a complex, bureaucratic headache. And third, there's the integration puzzle, getting this fancy new network to play nice with all your old stuff, like your existing Wi Fi and all your other devices.
And let's be crystal clear, this is not a router you just pick up at the store and plug in. It takes some serious expertise to set up and manage. You can't just call up your tech-savvy cousin to pop over and fix it if something goes wrong. But despite those challenges, the momentum behind this is absolutely undeniable. Because this technology isn't just about making today's stuff work better. It's about paving the way for a future where our connectivity has practically no limits. And this isn't some niche hobbyist tech. The market for private 5G is set to explode, hitting over $17 billion by 2030. That tells you that major industries see the value here, and they are investing big time. So why all the excitement? Because private 5G is basically the central nervous system for technologies that are just on the horizon. We're talking about fleets of autonomous delivery drones, or self-driving cars that need to talk to each other and the road around them in an instant to be safe. And the vision gets even bigger. This is the tech that could finally power truly smart cities. Imagine traffic flows being optimized in real time to get rid of traffic jams, or energy grids that can intelligently manage themselves.
So, no, private 5G is definitely not just supercharged Wi Fi. It's a fundamental shift in what's possible. It's more secure, way more reliable, and unlocks the door to the next wave of innovation. Which really just leaves one last, very exciting question for you to think about. If you had a network with almost no limits, what would you build?